Hey guys, it's Kate Marie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new, and I am here with another YouTube video. So today I am going to be doing a movie review on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange 2. Clearly there's going to be spoilers, so if you have not seen it, I 100% suggest you do, and then come back and watch this. But without further ado, social medias are right here, and let's just get started. First, I would like to talk about the opening scene. So it basically starts out with, it's like a obstacle course. So we have Doctor Strange wearing a ponytail and just some random girl, and they seem to be running from something. We later learn that the thing is trying to take the girl's powers, and they're trying to get to this book that can stop it. And then Doctor Strange ends up trying to take her powers to destroy it, but then he ends up getting killed, and then she ends up going into a different universe. And then it goes into Doctor Strange, like Stephen Strange, waking up. So that's just kind of what it started out. And then he ends up going to Christine's wedding because she gets married to someone else. And they do talk about, she asks if he's happy. He says yes, but we all know he isn't. And I guess the husband is a big fan. Just not like cover. Okay, so then he hears like some loud noise outside, and he goes outside and then sees like this octopus thing destroying the town. So he takes a sip, and then he like jumps, but he gets his cape out and he like puts his cape on, like transitions, and it is the most hottest thing ever. Like it is. I literally have like went on TikTok and found that scene and rewatched that scene so many times just because of how like attractive it is. Then he ends up saving it, and then basically Wong comes and he helps, and they have like that little fight, and then basically they ask like, who are you, to the girl, and she basically like, they go to like this restaurant and they say, have you had any thing to do with the multiverse? And they go, oh, we had something to do with Spider-Man, so it's bringing back to Spider-Man No Way Home. So I feel like you should probably watch No Way Home before this. And then basically she introduced herself as America Chavez. And I think the name America is so like unique because you would never think like someone would be named America. So then they realize that something is going after her to steal all her power because she can travel through multiverses. And then they go and realize that there were like runes on the octopus. And if you have seen Wanda and Vision, basically runes are like important because if there's like runes around them, it's like a witch's mark. So of course they go to a witch they know, which is Wanda Maximoff. So this goes, and basically I really think you guys should watch WandaVision, or at least look up clips of it. Let me just explain what WandaVision is about real quick. I'm gonna do like a whole thing. Basically it's Wanda and Vision, and they have like these two kids, and she takes over this town called Westview. And then she like makes up her own kids or whatever, and like brings Vision back to life, but only in the town. And of course like she gets caught, and then like she has to return the town, so she loses both of them, like Vision and her kids. So I really do think I'll talk more about it in my what's it called, in my May recap, because I just watched it. It is only 9 episodes, and it's like 30 to 40 minutes each. Not that bad. So we go to Wanda, and of course it's making the WandaVision theme song, and you see her with the two boys, Tommy and Billy, from the show, and she basically says like family is everything. And then of course Wanda, like Wanda Maximoff, wakes up because we just feel like it's just a dream, kind of like when Strange woke up from like his dream or whatever. And then we go to her in this garden, and then basically Strange talks to her and says, what do you know about the multiverse? And it is seen, and I think the No Way Home at the end, like the credit scene. So, and then they talk about it, and then basically she says the name America, and then she's like, I haven't said it, you haven't said her name has you. So basically it feels like basically she secretly is in the Scarlet Witch thing, where the place is all possessed. And now we basically learn that she is the villain, which I was expecting the villain to be an anti-Doctor Strange, and then Wanda would help, but guess not. So it turns out that Wanda wants America's powers so she can travel and go to the multiverse where she sees her kids. So that's kind of the whole point. But you do kind of sympathize with her because, you know, like, they're your kids, and even though they're not really your kids, they're still, like, you know, like, even though the kids aren't real, they're still your kids, and, you know, like, your mother. So, I do that, and then I have, like, this whole fight in, like, this big place, I forgot what it's called, and Wanda definitely is really powerful. From the more movies I have seen, she is, like, the most powerful, and I'm seeing stuff that she's most powerful, and then she gets trapped inside of these mirrors, and then she ends up, like, crawling out of them. And if you've ever seen The Ring when Samara, like, does her little walk thing, that's what it reminds me of. So, yeah. And then basically what happens is something happens to Wong. He doesn't die, I promise, guys. And America basically, like, makes a whole, another time multiverse thing, and then Doctor Strange, like, shoves himself through, and they go into this new place. And yeah, it was like the whole, like, sequence of them going through the multiverses were kind of, like, interesting, I guess. So I thought that was cool. I feel like it was a little too long, but who cares? So then basically she explains to them everything, and then he would go to find the Doctor Strange of that multiverse, and it turns out that he died. But inside there is this dude, and I forget who he is. I know he's from the other Marvel movies, but I have not very caught up with it. And apparently, like, they're brothers in this universe. So, of course, they talk, and they have this tea, and they realize that the tea is poisoned for something. So they faint, and then they wake up in, like, this glass room, which Christine is there, but it's that universe Christine, and she has red hair. So they kind of, like, talk about the multiverses. And then, basically, Strange is brought in, and we see the Illuminati, which we have Captain Marvel. We have this robot person, I'm sorry, I forgot their name, I'm sorry. Then we have the smart guy from Fantastic Four, Professor X from X-Men, and who else is there? And then we have some guy with a fork, and if he talks, he'll, like, kill you or something like that. So they're, like, basically talking, I guess Doctor Strange is bad, and I guess this whole thing happened there, where he did, like, this dream walking, which is very bad because it's with, like, this dark book. So I guess they said, like, oh, they could handle Wanda, that Doctor Strange is the real threat, and they're gonna, like, go kill him or something. So basically then Wanda dreamwalks, which I guess she, like, does his power, and then she's able to, like, basically, like, go into another universe and then possess them. And then we had the Wanda Maximoff from WandaVision basically go, and then basically terrorizes them, and basically the Illuminati comes to fight them. They all get destroyed in, like, 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. So they acted like they were all big and powerful, and then they get destroyed. So, you know, I would have liked, I don't know, it seems like they brought it in just to have a cameo and just to have those people or whatever. I don't know, I feel like people I haven't watched, like, those movies. I think I've only watched the first X-Men. I haven't watched any of the other movies. So I wasn't as thrilled as other people were, but they got killed in, like, 2 seconds. So then Doctor Strange gets Christine to, like, kind of, like, agree with him, or not agree with him, but, like, realize that, you know, he's different. So then they run, and then basically America is kidnapped by Wanda and taken to this place, which she ends up having Wong take her, because the book that she was using in the dream sequence in the first place, this guy ended up destroying. And apparently if you destroy it, whoever destroys it gets killed. And that is important for later. And so she realizes now there's a second one, and then goes to find it and realizes that it's her throne because she is a Scarlet Witch. And so she ends up taking America back there, I think. Yes. Okay. So then they end up going into this weird place, and it's all snowy, and it looked like when it's almost like when 2 multiverses collide and they both get ruined. So they're in this place, and they meet the Doctor Strange, and he's, like, evil because he was possessed with a dark thing. And if you've seen the trailer, I was expecting them to have to go against the evil Doctor Strange, and I was expecting Wanda to help them. So but I think I might have, like, yeah, I don't know. But instead of that, they have their fight, and then basically Doctor Strange ends up doing the dream walking, and he comes back as a zombie because his like dead body he's able to resurrect or whatever. And I think it's just so funny, like seeing him as a zombie. And then he ends up like, so basically, in the beginning, when they had to save him, Doctor Strange took America's power, but like now, like a different Doctor Strange, he ends up telling America, you can do this, you know how to do this. So instead of like taking her power, he like tells her how to do it. And this part is really sad. She ends up realizing how to do it, and she kind of goes up against Wanda. And then she takes Wanda to the multiverse where like the other Wanda is. Because like I think the one Wanda Vision, her character, was like taken off and she's back. And those kids, Billy and Tommy, were like so scared of her. And it was just so sad because like they were like, oh my god, it's a witch, mommy, save me. And like Wanda is just sitting there like, it like broke my heart. And that's when she realized like that she needs to like fix it. So then she does fix it, and she ends up killing the book. What we talked about earlier is that whoever kills the book dies, and I guess like a bunch of rumble came over it, and that people were saying like they don't think Wanda's dead just because it's Wanda and she can do the whole mirror thing. Then how could she get killed by a couple of rumble? Apparently Elizabeth Olsen said that she wasn't dead. I don't know. I'm not. I feel like the only thing I've seen Wanda was in this movie and then in WandaVision. So I wasn't as connected to her. So of course I didn't cry, but I know a lot of people did. So it ended up ending. Oh, we ended up realizing that the first time that America used her thing is when she was with her moms. And then just flower garden plays, and then it's just Bee, and she got scared, and then like they ended up all like going to a different universe. So I was hoping at the end that she would find her moms, but she didn't, and I was kind of like bummed. So hoping another one she like sees her moms again. But yeah, so it just ends. But then it ends with them basically being like, you did the dream walk thingy, you did the dark hold, you have to have something wrong with you. And then what happens is he ends up getting the third eye that the evil Doctor Strange had, and it just ends. So then there's a cameo, and apparently this is, so basically it ends up having him walking, and this girl comes out of a portal, and apparently it's in the comics. I don't know who she is. I forgot who she is because someone told me, but she ends up basically being like they have to fix it. So I guess she like is like the warrior of like the dark dimension, so they have to go there, and then it ends. And because it does like a Marvel thing, like a little like cute like thing, and then it has like a credits sequence, and then it has like that whole like the black thing with all like the names on it, and then it has another one. And in one of the multiverses, there was this guy, basically America took the hot dogs, no, the pizza bites or whatever, and he ends up making him bite, like slap himself. And I guess it was important because I guess he was supposed to be the who was it? He was supposed to be in the Spider-Man 4. I think they mean the one of Tobey Maguire, because he was supposed to be like, I'll put it right here of who he was supposed to be. And I guess it's important, I guess. I guess with that, like when I rewatch Spider-Man, I'll figure it out. But then it ends up having him slapping, and then like be like, oh, it's over, because you know like, and then it says Doctor Strange will come back or something like that. And it's just basically saying it's going to be a third movie. So like, the movie is probably going to be about them trying to fight the Dark Dimension, or it's going to be another like Marvel movie. But yeah, so my thoughts, I did skip a lot of things, just so you know there was some out there. But they ended up looking for this book. Apparently if you had this book, you had what you needed to destroy Wanda. They get the book. It felt so important, but then like, the book was destroyed like 5 seconds later. And I was like, you made the book sound all special, and then when you finally get it, they got destroyed. Like it seemed like it had no sense, and it seemed like the movie seemed to just have like a lot of these like just plot things, and like got rid of them so fast. Like with that whole Illuminati thing, like they acted like they were so big and bad, but then they were destroyed so fast, and it was kind of funny, you know. But still, and then talk about how great this book was, and it was destroyed so fast. So. And then with the evil Doctor Strange, you know, like, I was going to love to see, like, a good Doctor Strange versus bad one go up against each other. So it seemed like it had all this good stuff, but like it went like really fast at doing it, and it just seemed like it was just there, kind of. But I do like it. I did like it. Give it 9 out of 10, but I think I might give it, I think I might change my rate into an 8.5 out of 10. I don't know. Guess you're gonna have to wait till my May. Oh, also, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've seen that the guy who played Benedict basically said that he would like to see a TV, like a Disney Plus series, where Benedict has Ned as his apprentice, because you can find out in No Way Home that he's like a sorcerer, like they were, because when he had that ring. So it'd be kind of cool to to see him have a show where he's trying to teach Ned how to do it. And yeah, but I hope you enjoyed my video. If there's anything I really missed, then maybe put it in the comments and we can have discussions about our thoughts and opinions in the comments. But I enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next Thursday.